Hello, ladies. Karma Collector here. I would like to talk about something um, the troll magnet and perpetual running joke that is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. All right, let's talk about it, guys. Do you remember when she first got out of prison, right? You know, and they gave her, made her the media darling, the whole tour, and you know the deal. Like all other people that murdered their mother and happen to get out on parole one day. No, normally you don't hear. You hear that they got released and then they go hide from the public forever, okay? Because they know their place. The few that get out ever for killing their mother in cold blood, right? But she was a media darling automatically. Oh my God, let's do the media tour. Let's give her a book deal. Let's give her a whole fucking TV show. All she did is killed her mother and blamed it on someone else. Okay, but that's another video. Most of you can't handle the truth. All right. Remember when there were all these girls were running around taking pictures, finding Gypsy in public, and Gypsy's eating it up, right? Taking pictures with her, and they're doing signs in the back, and they're doing shit to make fun of her. They were making fun of her, and then later they came back and posted the pictures and tell us how they were making fun of her. Gypsy just keeps going on, just keeps powering on, right? How about the next instance we can talk about is the cameo, one of her grifts, right? Grifty Rose. What does she do? Well, the very first one that is shown to us by the girl that did it with her comes and says to her, well, I'm having a problem here. My mother doesn't get along with my boyfriend at all. What should I do? Well, knowing damn well what Gypsy tried to cook up. Remember? Remember the narrative was, well, my mother couldn't stand creepy Nick, and she clocked him as being a dammer type. Remember that? And therefore, when Nick found out, well, he doesn't like people dragging his name through the mud. So that's what lit the fire. That was the catalyst for Nick to attack her, brutally murder her, and stab her 17 times in the bedroom. All by himself, while Gypsy was locked in the bathroom. Yeah, with the lock on her side because, well, it's a bathroom, right? Remember that? When in actuality, Dee Dee really liked Nick. She really liked Nick. I mean, she's used to 40, 50, and whoever, 60-year-old men calling her saying, come get your animal, hypersexual, rabid daughter from here, please. Could you come remove her? We have record of that, okay? That's not the first time, right? She ran clear through VisionCon. Anyone she could get her mitts on, and she was not discriminate. I've told you guys before, it doesn't matter to her. Anybody with the swinging dick at that point, didn't matter. 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. If they can't walk, she'll drag them. All right? And that's the truth. And her mother knew that. And now finally, a boy that's what was he, like a year or two older than her? Who's meek, mild, wouldn't hurt a flea, and she knew that. And he shows up dressed as Prince Charming, which I think is a little weird and creepy, but guys, he was on a lower developmental level than us, and he's autistic and stuff, man. To him, that was, and from what we've been told, is Diddy didn't think that was creepy or weird at all. She thought it was cute. Said something along the lines of, well, who does that, right? Not to mention, I have an article that I believe it was 2 months in April prior to the murder, and if not, one of my friends on here has it because I just saw that they made this thing, and it included the article. I can get it for you if you got to see it. And it says right in there, Gypsy is dating a man named Nicholas, and I'm not sure she said go to John. I think she did. She says, and they are very much in love. And it is lovely to see. She used the word lovely, and that is verbatim. All right? But Gypsy wants you to believe that, well, no, Nick turned and freaked out and killed her mother because she didn't like him. Lies. And we got proof to show that, okay? And not to mention, let's cover this while we're here. She drags this dude into the bathroom, the men's bathroom, tries to take her diaper off and ride him in the bath with her mother, who she fears, who she's scared to death because abuses her and chains her to the bed, doesn't feed her, all these things, right? But she's in the bathroom trying to mount and hump on someone. The first time she's met with them, with her mother's out there. Now, I didn't fear my parents or anything. My parents weren't mean to us, abusive. They didn't hit us. They weren't mean to us, right? I didn't fear them. But at least I had respect for my parents, though. Okay, and I would never and I wasn't scared of my mother. I would never in a million years, even now, with her sitting in the theater, just sneak off to go screw some girl in the stall somewhere. I would never ever do that. That shows you she wasn't scared of her at all. That's absolutely ridiculous, man. All right. So let's move on to Natalie Reynolds. Okay, that was obviously a troll to get her to come on video and make fun of what she did to her mother. Made fun of it in a most ridiculous way. But we don't judge here. We just listen, but we don't judge. Natalie was trolling her. You could see it right in the video even. This is what I mean, guys. And she doesn't have any idea it's happening to her. She is a Timu Luciferian. Discount Satan worshiper. Somewhere, guys, somewhere the devil's not dancing tonight. He's jumping up and down laughing, experiencing a buyer's remorse with this one. All right? Let's move on. Jeffree Star, when she first got out, of course, he's a Luciferian. They asked him to do that. Guys, that's what they do. They send you to other ones and they get ones. They ask them to do it. Just to help this fledgling little baby Luciferian along, right? She just got out of prison. Let's help her out. Well, you notice that he was making fun of her in the actual live because she didn't know anything about it. Was making fun of her. And not only that, she says, well, let's do a collab. Well, of course, a couple days later, he's telling everybody, I'm not going to, no, we're not collabing with the murderer. No, aren't going to do that. So that was a big diss to her. That's a Luciferian dissing another one. That means something. That should tell you something. Not to mention Taylor Swift. We know she's a Luciferian from way back. She's as evil as they come. She dissed her. She dissed her in a big way publicly. They didn't have to make that public like they did. And then Kim Kardashian. Because Gypsy went, and what she did is she expressed a gratitude or love or respect or whatever for two competing witches. An Armenian witch, Kim Kardashian, and this trashy Taylor Swift coven, or witch, whatever. They're two high witches. You can't do that in that world. You can't show allegiance to two of them. You don't do that. So she pissed them both off. Well, they asked Kim to, well, just let the bitch over. Kim didn't even take her coat off. That is a diss in that world and a big disrespect thing. All right? Running joke. The perpetual running joke that is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Let's move on. Oh, well, and the most recent is the TMZ. She's out there in LA doing whatever kind of devil Luciferian bullshit they do out there. It is the city of angels. They're not talking about the Archangel Michael or the Angel Gabriel. They're not talking about them. TMZ. Okay, Harvey Levin is evil as they come. He's been one from way, way back. Of course he is. Of course he is. They openly ridiculed her right there. And while she walks off on a hot mic. Okay, well, they did that on purpose. Okay? So this is my conclusion of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the troll magnet, and perpetual running joke.